Hello and welcome. Well, I've had several drill presses over the years, and I've seen a lot of features I like and some I don't like. And I'd like to go over some of those features and show you why I like different features and why some are not good. Everybody's got their opinions. These are my opinions, but hopefully it'll help somebody make a more informed decision. Yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, the first feature I really like to see is a split quill, or a split casting that tightens a quill. If it doesn't have it, it'll look solid right here, and it'll have like a little slug underneath this clamp that goes up against the side of the quill. To me, I think this is way more effective at removing any kind of play in your quill, and makes drilling accurately a lot easier. You can adjust it so you can feel a drag and it becomes very precise. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, I've got a dial indicator on the end of the chuck here, on the side of the chuck. I've got a bar chucked in the chuck. Gives me some leverage. The quill is locked right here, and I can get about 10 thousandths movement. That seems like a lot, but that's a pretty small amount really. Some of that's the spindle flexing. But if I unlock the quill, and then move it, I can quite easily get a couple of turns on the dial indicator. And if I really wiggle it, you can even hear the slop in the quill. So that's just demonstrating the level of accuracy you can achieve. There's with it tightened down. Okay, the next thing I look for is quill travel. And honestly, this is probably equally as important as the split quill, or the split casting around the quill. This drill press has a 6-inch travel, which is exceptional. I really like that aspect of this drill press. Most drill presses have anywhere from 3.5 to 4.5 maybe. I had one years ago, only had 3.5 inches of travel, and that was very annoying. By quill travel, I'm talking about how far down you can drill like that. This one is, 5.5, but that's still exceptional. The next thing I like to see is a good depth stop mechanism. This one's pretty good. This nut here, I think, apparently it got lost and somebody replaced it, but it's basically the same as it was originally. But I like this one pretty good. It's nice to be able to set the depth by doing like that, and then you can just tighten it down. And it's pretty solid. Some of them have the thumb wheels that you can run up and down, and they're equally as effective, although a little slower. This one's just a little quicker. The fourth thing I look for is how easy it is to change speeds on your drill press. This one here used to have a big shroud around the pulleys, which if you have some kids or somebody that's careless, maybe that's a good idea, but I took the shroud off. I got a little cover over the front where I don't get my hair stuck in the pulley. But that makes it way easier to change speeds. And I never loosen the motor mounts. I just roll it off the pulley like that and go to the next one like that. That's how I change speeds. But that's really convenient. Of course, a variable speed drive, and there's better methods of doing that. But this is pretty good. One thing I do not like about this drill press is that it does not have an intermediate pulley here. And what that means is that this drill press will not go slow enough for drilling large holes in steel. This one, the bottom speed I think is 450. Really, it needs to go down to 450 RPM. Really, it needs to go down to about 200 or 250 for drilling like a 1-inch hole in steel. So it's just something I live with. I still drill holes in steel. I just use a lot of oil. But it would be better if it went down to about 250. The next thing I look for on drill presses is a hand crank on the table. Well, it would be right here. This one's been modified, so we can't really go by this, but it'll have a rack on the column and a hand crank right here. Now this one's been modified. I put a square column on it, and I really like it. It eliminates the problem with losing your horizontal reference when you're drilling something and you need to put in a longer bit and drop your table. It's really handy for accurate drilling. I also put a slide table on it. I can move the vise one way or the other in thousandths, which is very handy. But that's separate from this video. If you want to build a slide table or a square column for your drill press, I've got videos on that, and I encourage you to watch them. But that's it for the drill press recommendations. Hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe it'll help you select a good drill press. Thanks for joining me.